Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, watching the video today. Um, for those of you that have been watching these, thank you for following. Thank you for continuing to watching. The outpour of support from everyone that I know has been absolutely amazing so far. It's been helpful, to say the least, to start even doing these, even though I haven't got super in depth with anything yet, or really touch on big issues. Well, I've touched on them, but haven't really delved into them. But so thank you for stopping by again. If you haven't watched any of these videos, thank you for stopping by for our first time. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel, continue on with this weird, crazy path I'm going on, I guess, or adventure, journey, whatever you want to call it. So thank you for stopping by for the first time. Last couple days, I've been kind of toying around with doing some sort of actual format for these videos, whether it be, on this day I talk about this, or on this day I talk about this, or something like that, or even if it's just during the videos, if I'm going to have like different sections, that kind of thing. Like the very start is this is how my day was, and then this, and whatever, and then something at the very end. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think these videos are pretty cool. I mean, they're no, this is your football. Sorry, Jordy, had to do it. Uh, if you get the chance, you should go to Facebook and follow Jordy Lee, famous person, or something like that. I'll tag it. I don't remember. It was O Jords, or I don't remember what he changed it into. Jordy's, try not to swear in this. Jordy's a good person, but I love Jordy to death. Yeah, go follow Jordy's videos. Some of them make sense. Anyways, so the last video I mentioned that I want to do something a little more lighthearted for this video, and I'm sticking with that. I thought about doing something completely different, but I'm going to stick with what I said. A couple people did ask or have ideas for stories for me, which was really cool. Surprised anybody even had something they want to hear about. I chose the three best ones that I thought I could really talk about, and they actually kind of coincide with the last video where I was talking about my childhood and like how I grew up and things I did and this, that, and the other. I'm going to go in chronological order of when they were asked or what they're asking about. The first one was from my cousin Mickey Mingus. Love Mickey to death. She's the person on my grandmother's side of the family, my family from Wisconsin, that I probably relate to the most. She was I don't want to say the wildest of the bunch up here, but she's definitely the one I can relate to the most. She was definitely the one that I could have fun with, still could have fun with. She didn't move so far away. Anyways, but something she asked is she was wondering how I felt about moving to Wisconsin, more or less like how I felt about Wisconsin before moving up here. And to put it simply, I was excited. Like I really was. I remember between, I want to say it was fifth and sixth and seventh, and then after seventh grade, I remember before every summer vacation going, well, guys, I might be moving to Wisconsin. I don't know. I might not see you again, so have a good one, kind of thing. Because I was like, it was just something that my grandmother had always talked about, my mom had talked about, my aunt talked about the quality of living up here, which is astronomically better than the area that we lived in down there. So honestly, I was super excited. Like I was very excited to get up here and start new and do something new. And um, it was weird being able to get on my bike and just go when we first got up here. Like our first couple days, we stayed in the house. We stayed in our yard kind of thing because we just weren't used to it. And then before long, we lived on the house on the corner of Johnson Memorial, big white house. Right on the lake, but we would bike to the zoo regularly, and that was such a foreign thing to us that we got to actually leave the yard, on our bikes, and there was no threat of being kidnapped or shot or whatever it may be. And it just the world was open when we moved here. People can complain about living in Manitowoc all they want. They've I like to say people that complain about Manitowoc just haven't experienced most of the rest of the country. And I'm not to say that Manitowoc's the best place in the country to live. It is for me, but they don't know how rough it can be in other places, how expensive, God, how expensive it can be in other places. My house is 2,100 square feet and only cost me $78,000. You bought a house. I bought a house this size and where I lived in Virginia. If you weren't spending $250,000, it was probably a drug house. that kind of thing. So, um, I love this area. Again, never ever leaving until my wife makes me. That's another story. But no, yeah. So the long and the short of it, I was extremely excited to move up here. Um, just lots of new opportunities. So very very excited. Uh, the next question was from a kid I knew when he was much younger, named Anthony Sousa. Anthony lived down the street from us the time that we moved back down to Virginia, and then moved in with my uncle in Chesapeake, my uncle Bobby, and he was my cousin David's friend, and was a Cowboy fan. That was kind of cool. But I actually honestly remember Anthony as just being a super annoying kid that constantly sang 1985 by Bowling for Soup, which decided to be like my favorite band, and he just killed the song for me at the time. Um, I can't remember who I talked to. It might have been David, might have been Molly, about Anthony recently, and I say recently as in the last couple of years. It might have been Uncle Bobby actually even, but they said that Anthony like completely changed from what he used to be. That he's a very God loving man now, and this, that, and the other. I believe. I could be getting my story mixed up. So that's cool. So I'm assuming Anthony's far less annoying now than he used to be. But, anyways, Anthony just asked for some sort of crazy or funny story from me growing up, and I was trying to think of something around the same time period that I lived near Anthony, which was again still early-ish childhood, I guess. Um, and one of the things I remembered, I was going to Deep Creek High School, and at the time I had hair like halfway down my back, constantly wore like pajama pants to school, always had some sort of writing on my shirt. I was just that kid. um, and I was sitting in, I want to say, a Spanish class. It was Spanish, or it doesn't matter what class it was. It isn't relevant. And one of the girls had joked around that they should try braiding my hair, and I was like, I'm good. No, I'm cool. And it took me a hot like 3 seconds to realize, no, I'm gonna let this girl braid my hair. And she and a friend like literally just started doing cornrows, going all the way back. And this is in the middle of class. Teacher didn't do a thing about it. It's just kind of the way the school was. And they're sitting there doing this, and one of the girls was dating somebody from the football team. Who, couldn't tell you. I don't remember almost anybody's name from that high school. But they mentioned something about, oh, he's gonna be mad when he finds out his girlfriend's, doing your hair, this, that, and the other. And I was like, whatever, I don't care. Um, and literally between classes, like this kid like jets out of the class, uh, runs, or whatever. Not like 2 minutes later, said boyfriend is like in my face, like having my girlfriend do your hair, and just like going off and going off and going off. And I just kind of, whatever, you just completely ignored him. And he finally had that, so what do you got to say about yourself? I sat for a second, and being like the overly cocky person I am, I was just like, she has to rub on my head, man. Like, that wasn't my choice. And like, dude just got infuriated, just screaming this, that, and the other. I'm gonna beat your ass, and just like threatened to come on the bus and find where I lived, something to that effect, so he could come kill me in the middle of the night or something or another, or whatever. But I don't know so much that funny story is funny or weird or whatever it may be. It was just a random story I thought of from that particular time period. So thank you, Anthony, for asking that one. Third one, and the one that is easily the closest to my heart, something I didn't mention in my growing up video, even though it was a massive part of my childhood. My cousin Molly, the cousin that made me a cousin. She's the oldest between her and David that I have mentioned before. Lived with Molly for a little while when we lived back down to Virginia. But she asked me to talk about the rink, which I thought was kind of cool because I completely blanked on the rink talking about that video. There was a skating rink where I lived near, I say near, but there was a skating rink in the city I lived in Portsmouth, Plaza Skating Center. And it was the most just ghetto fabulous skating rink there was. Um, my mom worked there. She was a floor guard. She, I think, was a snack bar attendant for a while or something. My aunt, Colleen, I'm pretty sure did both of those. My uncle was a floor guard there back in the day when he had hair. So that was a long time ago. But it was a place that me and my sisters were at like 3 to 4 days a week. My grandfather took me skating. I believe my grandfather was the first person to take me skating. And oh god, I hear the herd coming. Uh, but being like 4, maybe 5 years old, on a pair of Duty Brown rental skates, on Plaza Floor, and I mean my sister Amy was 2 when she had skates on her feet for the first time. So it was something that was ingrained in all of us. Stephanie did figure skating. Stephanie Marie Rutherford did figure skating. Putting that out there. Anyways, so yeah, we were there quite a bit. It's really where my love of hockey actually came from, because when we moved in with my grandmother, I don't know how this spurned or what spurned this, but they were like, "You should play hockey." Okay, my light just died, son of a bee. Anyways, so it was it was really like the place I called home away from home. Uh, again, we were there 3 to 4 nights a week, just all the time. I had so many laps at that place. Uh, my first pair of hockey blades that I bought myself cost more than the first car I had, or that I bought. Um, Sad but true. Um, I used to fix skates in the back area for cash. There were certain nights I made more money than my mom because I just fixed so many skates. But yeah, hockey was a huge thing for me. I absolutely loved playing hockey. We were poor. We were very poor. We didn't get to travel to a lot of tournaments. Tournaments we did go to, we usually did pretty amazing at, even though we were so poor. I used to liken us to the Mighty Ducks that never found a billionaire. Um, uh, Another little snippet from this. There was a kid. I say kid, but he was like 5 years older than me. Named Ryan. Ryan Shane Kraus. Played hockey also. Again, a few years older than me. And uh, right before school started for the year, if I remember correctly, again, very very long time ago. Don't remember much. He was playing hockey with another friend. Still talk to him to this day, Johnny G. And again, I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. It wasn't there. Ended up falling over during said game and ended up passing away. Um, Very very young. Ryan was 16 when he died, and they took his hockey jersey and hung it up on the wall. And it just so happened to be around the time that what's the name of that song that Puff Daddy did with Sting? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, every time it came over the system at the rink, everybody would ride or skate by, Ryan's jersey and touch it or whatever. The hockey team had patches made up that said RSC. As a matter of fact, actually, I have. Let me undo my shirt here. Got a tattoo quite a few years ago of the patch, and then had hockey sticks and his hockey number 23, which coincidentally was also my number. Both big Michael Jordan fans. Sorry, Johnny. Kobe's still number 2. Anyways, so yeah, that was our way of remembering Shane. Or Ryan. Wow, Shane. That was our way of remembering Ryan at the rink. Great kid. Absolutely great kid. I keep saying kid. He was older than me. But, so yeah, the rink was really, it was home away from home. It was an amazing place to be. So there's that. In wrapping of this, I love this idea. I love the just story time. So I'm going to keep going with it. Anybody else has any sort of questions that could lead to a story? If you have a topic that I could think of a story of, if you have somebody even that I probably maybe know, I don't know. I mean, most of you know me that are actually watching these. So if you can think of anything that could lead to some sort of story to do another one of these videos, that would be awesome. I would love to keep doing this. I particularly like this format, I guess. This is one of the formats I was playing around with doing. So Next video. Next video should be. I shouldn't say should. Yeah, it will be coming out tomorrow. On a very cool anniversary. One of the more important days of my life. I'm actually probably going to film it right after this one, just so to make sure I have it, so I can post it tomorrow. Because I don't know if I'll have time to do it tomorrow. So, in closing, thanks everybody for watching. This is one of the longer videos I've done so far, I think. And hope you continue to watch, subscribe, like, share, comment, smoke signal, whatever you got to do. Very grateful for every single one of you. Thank you. So you guys have a great day.